Hi, and welcome back to Be Creative Stamping. Today I'm going to show you how to make this perfect blend gift card. It's the perfect blend because this is the stamp set we're going to be using today. It's located in the 2013-2014 Stampin' Up! Catalog, and you're just going to really have a lot of fun stamping with this one. It's created on our 2-tag die, and it's no longer available, but let me show you the die. Here it is. It actually comes with 2 tags, so if you've got that at home, you are in great shape. And let me show you the little gift card part on the back. It's a little pocket and a little coffee gift card would be adorable in this little gift card tag. Okay, I didn't have a coffee gift card, so we'll have a Stampin' Up! One instead. So let's get started. We're going to take a 8.5 inch by 11 inch sheet of cardstock. I'm using Gumball Green, and we're going to cut it on the 8.5 inch side. We're going to cut it at 6 1/4 inches. So we'll use that for cutting. And then we're going to rotate it, and we'll be able to get 3 gift cards out of this one sheet of paper. So now we'll want to cut it at 3 inches, again at 3 inches, and one more time at 3 inches. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is to take your sheet of paper, and you need to score it at 4.5 inches. So let me slide this in and put it on the 1/2 inch, 4.5 inches. And now I'm going to use my scoring blade, and I am going to run it across my cardstock. And now I've got my score line, and this will be the front of the tag, and this is the back where the gift card is going to go. The step is to take your cardstock, and you are going to lay it on top of the 2-tag die. We're not using this tag today, so I'm going to move this away. And this is the tag that we want. And I'm going to bring the die closer. It can be really hard to see. But this folded line, I don't want it to go past the bottom of the tag. And so I'm putting it at about right here. This is where it would cut if the paper was laying on top. And so what I'm going to do is put it almost there. Not sure if you can see that or not, but it's right in that area. Just close enough that it doesn't cut the bottom. And it will lay on the die like this, and then you'll run it through your Big Shot. Once you roll the cardstock through the Big Shot, then you're going to have this flap right here. And this is where you're going to want to put your sticky strip. And this is the back of the gift card where the card will be inserted. So let's go ahead and lift up this red covering. Alright, that's one piece. And the other. There we go. And now we're going to attach that, okay? And the gift card will slide right in. Now we're going to work on embellishing the front, and you're going to need 2 pieces of cherry cobbler. And you'll also need one of our edgelets. It's the Finishing Touches pack, and we are actually using this one. This is the edgelet that we're going to use. And you'll lay that on top of your cherry cobbler. And let me give you the measurements for this piece of cardstock. It's 1 inch by 2 3/4 inches. And you'll lay the edgelet right on top of that cardstock, and you'll run it through your Big Shot. And you need to do that 2 times. And I'll show you what that looks like. Once it's out of the Big Shot, you're going to have this beautiful finish. It really is a finishing touch. We're going to use this piece of designer paper. It is from the Season of Style designer paper series of paper, okay? And we're just going to run some snail right across the back of it. And then we're going to add the designer paper on top of the finished cherry cobbler. And the measurement for this designer paper is 1.5 inches by 2 3/4 inches. All right, and we're going to adhere this little part, and there we have it. And then we're actually going to attach it to the front of our tag. Actually, I'm going to trim this off just a tad. Just get rid of that little edge. And then I'm going to center it about right there. All right. And now we're ready to work on our stamping. So the first thing you'll want to do is to ink your stamp in early espresso. And then you're going to stamp it onto the crumb cake cardstock. You'll also want to stamp it again. This time I'm actually going to stamp as well. Again, early espresso. I'm going to ink up the cup, and I'm paying attention now to the middle of the cup. I'm going to put that middle part right on top of the designer paper. All right? And then once I've done that, once I've done that, then we're going to be able to cut it out. And this is real easy to cut out, just like that. And I need to do the top. And then I'm going to adhere the designer paper to the cup. And so I'm going to use two-way glue. I find this to be fast and it sticks really well. So here we go. And now the bottom part, or the middle part of our cup, is all ready. Now the second part is to change the top color. And we want that in Whisper White. So I'm going to clean my stamp, use crumb cake. And I'm going to take the crumb cake, ink it in crumb cake. And then there we go. We've got the top, and this part you will cut out, and then you're going to adhere it to the cup. So we're back to the cup. We're going to use some more two-way glue. We're going to adhere it. And I think I can even slide it a little bit if I need to. There we go. And then I'm going to use one of our older punches. It has a rectangle shape, and I'm going to slide that in, and I am going to punch a hole in the cup. And then I want to insert a straw. So here's the straw that I would like to insert. It's actually a little wider than that, and so I'm going to take the punch again, and I'm just going to make the hole a tiny bit bigger. And then I can slide that in, and I actually can get 2 straws from doing this. This is about 1/4 inch by 4 inches piece of designer paper. And I'm just going to attach it, and I'll actually cut this off and use it on another card. Let's see, still a little long, so let's try it again. There we go. And our cup is all ready. So now we're going to stamp a sentiment, and we'll need our Whisper White paper for that. And we're going to also use crumb cake. And it's called Coffee and Friends Are the Perfect Blend. And then we're going to use our large oval punch and insert our words here and center it the way we want it and punch it out. And then we'll also need to use our gumball green paper. And remember, I had some paper left from when I cut the paper for the tags. And so I'm going to use the scallop oval, and I'm going to punch that out, and that is going to be all ready to put on our cup. So let's go back and look at our original design. I used some burlap here, some burlap ribbon, and it kind of makes it look like it's the sleeve that goes around the coffee cup. So you just need a little scrap of that. And I'm going to cut along here because this is stitched right here so it won't fray. So I'm going to take it off so we can fray it. And again, I need just a tiny little piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut down here about 1/4 inch all the way across. And I can use this on several cups. I've attached 2 glue dots, one here and one here, and I'm going to put it over the coffee cup. And instead of wrapping that around, I'm actually just going to cut it, and then it will not be so bulky. All right, and now we're ready to attach it. So we're going to do that with dimensionals. And I like to put a couple on the mug. And I will put one more. I'll put it right there. And then we just attach it to the designer paper. And it's going to go right here. And then I am going to take this gumball green scallop circle. I'm going to pop that up as well. Why not? And I'll insert it right there. And then I'm going to pop up our sentiment. And I'll just put one here. Let's get this uncovered. And we'll put it about right. I'll move it over a little bit. Okay. All right, getting ready to add the ribbon on top. I'm actually going to go on now and just cut off the other seam of the burlap. Just right along here. I'll be inserting this in the hole of the gift tag. I'm going to go ahead and cut right down the middle. So it's great to save all these little scraps of it. You can do all kinds of little things. And then I'm going to insert it in the hole. Alright, now I have the burlap through the hole, and as you can tell it frayed quite a bit, but I think it's going to give it some kind of a vintage, a worn country look, so I think that'll be fun. Alright, I'm using cherry cobbler seam binding, and I'm just going to wrap it around here, and I'm going to knot it again. Alright, and then I'll trim it with my scissors. Just like that. So now my gift tag is ready for gift giving. So I hope you'll try this and let me know if you have any questions. And thanks so much for buzzing by.